and welcome. I'm currently on vacation, but so many things have happened along the way that I did want to record a video just because it seemed like so many of the things that have happened that I've had to adapt for, I thought would be beneficial for other people to learn that I think travel is a great opportunity for us to learn to become more adaptable and amendable to the changes that we need to make as things arise along the way. So even though I'm here and in Hawaii, and I've never been here before, so this is a wonderful new opportunity for my brother and I to come visit and explore the area. But so many things have happened along the way. This is actually one of the nicer days of weather that we've had, or at least the moment it was raining earlier. Can't quite tell by the current sky conditions now, but we have had to dodge the rain quite a bit on our trip, and it's not something when I first planned for the trip that it wasn't forecasted to rain initially. It wasn't until I saw the day of, actually, and so I hadn't packed or even acquired any gear because living in California, I don't really we don't have that much rain, so I don't have that much rain gear as when I lived on the East Coast of the US. So it's not something that I currently have to bring with me, but also I didn't bring it with me, so it's been quite an interesting set of circumstances that we've had to kind of go through as we're trying to explore. All of our things on our itinerary have been outdoor hiking and going to farmers markets and things like that, so that's all outside, and so when it's been raining, it has been trying to find tree cover or under a tent or something, some type of awning or cover in that regard to kind of shelter ourselves from the rain so that we're not completely drenched. And it's one of those areas where it does downpour for a bit and then lightens up, but it still has a mist, so it takes that time where you get enough of a mist on you, you eventually become drenched. And so those are the types of things that we've been having to try to avoid on our journey. And so I think it's an important lesson. And so for those that aren't accustomed to traveling or aren't comfortable with exploring new areas, I really want to encourage you, because it is a great life lesson and provides some great opportunity to kind of force you into the situations where you do have to learn to become adaptable and amendable. And I think those are important life skills for our jobs in our everyday life, not just at our workplace, but at home as well. So I think that I just want to encourage you to explore the area, and even if you can't afford or have the time to go out of state or out of country, you can explore the city that you live in, and that in and of itself will give you the opportunity, same as traveling outside of your neck of the woods, as it were. And so I think that in planning to travel, whether you're solo and if you are by yourself, that gives you the more of a freedom to plan and travel according to your needs and wants and desires. You get to go at your own pace, things like that, and so that's great, and there's plenty of opportunities to do that. But if you're traveling with someone, I think it's great to have a conversation ahead of time to kind of see how each of you travel, because some people might want to have an itinerary and a schedule and keep to that schedule and plan and map out all the places that they want to see and go on their journey. And some people are more kind of laissez-faire. Let's see where the wind takes us and just kind of go at your whim. And some people might have a plan, but if they miss it, that's okay too, and let's be adaptable. And so depending on who you're traveling with, that will impact kind of how you travel. So I think it's good to have that conversation ahead of time, so then that way your travel itself won't be impacted on those conflict resolutions, and you won't have to kind of adapt with that person. It'll just be kind of circumstances that you'll have to adapt to during your travel. So that's just one pointer of having conversations ahead of time. And as you do, I think depending on where you're traveling to, I think it's good to kind of have an idea of kind of what the local customs and regulations are. So if you're traveling out of country, if they have different, culture, customs that they kind of abide by, then I think it's great to have that information ahead of time. So then that way you're not ignorantly going against their customs or their cultural norms and potentially offending people or things like that. You also want to learn the local laws and things like that, so you don't want to ignorantly go against a law that you didn't know was there. Just as you wouldn't want anybody coming to your place and going against your house rules and things like that. So then we just want to be respectful and courteous to other people as we travel. We don't want to offend anybody. So that's another point of kind of consideration before you go somewhere. So on our trip, we've had to deal with weather. We've had to deal with even the GPS system in our car. Sometimes it gives us this crazy direction, which I don't understand why it actually. There's one prompt where it kind of zigzagged, and we can kind of zoom out on the GPS and saw how it zigzagged through, and it was like grid-like roads. So I don't know why it didn't have us just go straight. I don't know why it didn't like that road, but it would have us actually turn right and then left again to get back to where we originally were. And so it doesn't make sense. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to find the comedy in things like that as you go through. Other things, even though we planned and prepared and thought that we had everything all kind of lined out, places were actually closed on the day that we had planned to go to them. We didn't order tickets in advance, but when we arrived at the location, we saw that the close sign was up, and so we weren't we kind of had to adapt of like, okay, well, what do we do now, things like that. Some other things came along. I was working on a project before coming on vacation, and I found that it fell through, and so that was kind of disheartening. And it's one of those things where you don't want to let something kind of sour the whole trip. You still want to enjoy the vacation that you're on, or anything that you're doing, whether it's vacation or even day-to-day life. You still want to kind of power through and not let the disappointments of life affect other areas and kind of sour that. So it was honestly a struggle. I had to shed my tears and feel my feelings, and then okay, let's pick ourselves up and let's go. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy the day. Sun is shining today. The birds are chirping. I'm not sure if you can hear them, but things are definitely singing all around me. And so that's been very pleasurable and helpful in uplifting of my spirits. And I definitely don't want to ruin my time here by the disappointment of things falling through. But we'll soldier on and continue to enjoy our time and enjoy the company of my brother that's here with me, and that's been really great. But I just wanted to encourage everybody to get out there and explore. It kind of forces you into growing and becoming adaptable, and that's all that we're about, right? Is to grow and to grow together. And so if you have a place that you've traveled to that has really impacted you and you want to share, then please do so. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to explore new areas, and if there's something that I can save up to go to in the future, then I'd love to do that. So, and if you have some other travel tips that you want to encourage others, then I encourage you to share that here as well. To also like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things, because we want to create a community of people that grow together, and that's what this is all about. So even though I'm in this beautiful place right now, it is a growing opportunity still. So I hope you're out there and doing the same, and I can't wait to see you again soon. All right, take care, but bye for now.